I love that girl. She is a terrible influence.
I'm pregnant and my baby is Jesus.
Oh my god, I saw that one. I didn't actually see, like, the episode itself, but I saw that headline where, like, I have not had sex, but my baby is Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, every time Dr. Phil tried to say, you know, just humor me, you know, what would happen if, because apparently her due date was in 9 days. So Dr. Phil goes, you know, what if, you know, in 9 days, no baby happens, you know, what are you going to say or do then? And she's like, well, Dr. Phil, I am pregnant and I'm not going to deny my baby because denying my baby is denying Jesus. And then they had, one of the guys from the show, The Doctors, Travis something, I don't remember his last name.
This girl need a doctor. Like...
they had this guy do an ultrasound on her. Because, you know, if your due date is 9 days away...
You should be able to see quite a formed baby.
Exactly. So, this guy does the ultrasound, they show the pictures of it and stuff.
Turns out there is a baby.
There is no baby.
And then everybody freaks the fuck out. They're like, oh my god, it's Jesus.
There is no baby. But,
That's not a tumor.
The girl turns to the doctor who had just explained the ultrasound.
Why are you lying?
And she's like, well, you know, I know that I'm pregnant and that's all that matters. So, you can go and shove that ultrasound up your ass.
Okay.
And the girl's mother was like, oh my god, I am so sorry.
Down.
And then, you know, again, she's like, you guys are all denying my baby. And then she called her sister the Antichrist.
The Antichrist. You know what? Just for humor's sake, I want to believe that her sister is literally the Antichrist.
Why do you think my mom and I watch Dr. Phil? Like, this is gold.
It is gold. You know what? I will not deny that. That sounds hella entertaining.
Today's episode was a little bit more depressing. It was an alcoholic lady. But
we just love you. No.
Well, she this person who was working for the Dr. Phil show had only been working there for 5 days at this point, and he had to go and pick up this woman at her house, this alcoholic woman. So he goes to pick her up. She has her 11-year-old son in the car. And in the middle of the ride, like an hour or two into the ride there or whatever, the woman switches her seat so that she's sitting right behind the driver. And,
I don't know where this is going.
She takes this cup out of her purse and starts drinking, and the driver immediately knows, okay, that's alcohol. You know, it smells like alcohol. It's alcohol. So the woman reaches forward and starts, like, touching the guy's face, and the guy's like, yeah, if you could, like, avoid touching me for the rest of this ride, that would be great, though. And she did that, like, 3 times, and I guess she also tried to kiss him while he was driving, and he's like, yeah, if you could, like, not touch me, though, that would be great, though. And then
I like this guy.
And then she asks him to pull over so she can throw up, and then she passes out immediately afterwards.
Well, you know what? That's at least considerate. That's being like, yeah, this is not my car. Therefore, could you pull over so I can blow chunks everywhere because I'm an alcoholic?
No, but the poor guy though, like he had only been working for the Dr. Phil show for 5 fucking days.
I mean, but you should know what you're getting into at that point.
But imagine being an Uber driver though, and like less than a week into your job as an Uber driver, this woman sits in the back of your car directly behind you and starts touching you.
Well, I would not let anybody sit directly behind me. I would not. I'd be like, you get next to me or the opposite seat, or you're not going anywhere.
Also,
Because that is the easiest place to rob someone in a car.
Also, this woman got kicked out of the pool at her hotel.
Okay.
Because
why is this?
she touched another guest inappropriately.
Was it on his private square?
She claims that it was not. Her story was that she was in a pool. She was in the pool, and this guy offered her a cigarette in the pool, apparently. And she was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a cigarette. And he was apparently wearing a yellow Speedo that was the same color as his legs. So she wanted to see if he had clothes on, so she touched him. She touched his leg.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Phil is like...
You can't honestly expect me to believe that, right?
Dr. Phil's like, so if you thought he was naked, why did you touch him? And she's like, well, I wanted to know if he had clothes on. And Dr. Phil is like...
Did he ask her if she grabbed him by the pussy? Just grab him by the pussy.
Listen, that's like really irrelevant because that's something that he said like 20 years ago.
It is not. It is something that he said earlier this year. To his son on a bus that he knew he was microphoned in.
Also, that's just locker room talk.
I have been in many locker rooms. I have never said anything near grab her by the pussy. Like,
I mean, I said...
Even the closest thing that I've ever said...
I said some pretty bad things in a locker room,
like,
but...
even bad things in the locker room. If you're saying something that bad, it's like, haha, this is funny because it's not really what I think. Like, if he was going like, yeah, grab her by the pussy, it's like in jest, then sure. But like, no, it wasn't in jest because he's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm rich.
I actually recently saw a post, I want to say it was like a Facebook page like Gary the Gay or something like that.
So he's Gary.
And
I spent a full 30 seconds on that. Are you proud of me?
Not really.
Okay.
So
next level.
This person is like, this election may be the only time that I choose a huge pussy over a giant dick. I'm voting for Hillary.
That's funny. I'm in the 7th lifetime. I don't know how many lifetimes there are.
I spent probably a good 6 minutes laughing at that post.
I'll take your word for it. Oh, Christ. Why is this game so fucking long?
Oh, so, while I'm talking about Trump and things...
let's try to keep the political talk to a minimum.
It's not really that relevant to Trump. It's a theory thing, but there's also multiple theories that I'm going to be mentioning. It's just, killer clowns and things.
Okay, alright.
I was watching some video on, like, theories on this whole killer clown thing that's going on right now. And,
it's because of the re-release of, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Definitely that's the reason.
One of the theories is that apparently Trump is behind it.
Why would Trump be behind it?
No idea.
There's someone.
Oh, welcome back, my Tika. No, I have no idea why, like, where that theory came from, but apparently people think that Trump is behind the whole, killer clown thing.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. There was, like, no explanation.
What does he get out of it?
No idea, but, there are 2 other theories that sound a lot more likely.
Trump did 9/11.
About these killer clowns, not about Trump. What was the guy's name? John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah.
There's a theory that these people are worshiping him.
I doubt it.
Well, that's a lot more likely than Trump
Definitely
being
a
behind
lot more
it.
likely than Trump.
And the other theory is that this was all a publicity stunt for the remake of the movie It.
Ooh, that I 100% believe.
And that it's a publicity stunt that was taken
way
too far. So now the directors and producers don't want to step up and say that it was just a publicity stunt.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
I would like to believe that. I would rather not believe that people are just dressing up as clowns and killing people for the fuck of it.
Well, I mean, have you heard? Like, people aren't killing people as clowns anymore. It's more people seeing clowns and killing them. Mm-hmm. That's been more...
There was, so this video that I heard these theories on was a Shane Dawson video.
Mm-hmm. Because you can believe everything Shane Dawson says. God damn it.
But one of the little clips that he showed in this conspiracy theory video was this guy was walking out of a liquor store, walking towards his car, and there was just a clown standing there. So he started throwing beer bottles at the clown or something. Like, he was just throwing bottles at the clown. And then the clown ran the fuck away.
Popping bottles.
And I was
Make
like,
your body waddle.
That's probably something I would do, but also something that I would not do.
You wouldn't waste that bottle, yeah.
Exactly. Booze is fucking expensive.
He probably got some cheap booze.
But speaking of conspiracy theories, let's find some.
Okay, find some conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Actually, I'd like to do a little segment on Florida Man, if you wouldn't mind.
On what?
Florida Man. Look up Florida Man. Look up the Reddit for Florida Man.
Oh, look up the Reddit. I have Reddit on my phone. Cool. Where's Reddit? I just reorganized all the folders on my phone, so everything is a little bit confusing.
I don't have folders on my phone. Just apps.
Not Florida Mab.
Florida Man.
Let's see. 1 year ago, Florida man stumbles across subreddit page about crazy happenings in Florida involving men.
Okay, so the idea behind Florida Man is, there are a lot of crazy people in Florida. And if you're from Florida, I am so sorry, but it's true.
I'm sorry, Jared.
It's not your fault. But, like, any day you could potentially become Florida Man. Just on a whim. Like, you're one bad day away from becoming Florida Man.
Wait, didn't Subway Jared live in Florida?
Subway Jared also lived in Florida, yes.
Okay, well that is not the Jared that I was apologizing to, just so y'all know.
I mean, you could apologize to him, too.
It could be to him, but he's a little crazy, too. Anyway, there was like 3 episodes of Dr. Phil on him. Just saying, that was some crazy shit. My mom wouldn't watch those ones. I did.
Why? Because of the child pornography, alleged child pornography. I don't know if he got convicted or not.
Well, there was actual recordings.
Well, I'm gonna say alleged because I don't know anything.
This woman, reporter woman, actually, with young children, pretended to date him.
What do you mean pretended to date him?
Well, I guess, yeah, dated him. She recorded all of their phone calls and things.
Wow, that's awful. Like, even though he was doing something bad and needed to be, like...
Well, that's why she was recording
uncovered.
it,